Am I the a-hole for giving my fiancé a fake engagement ring? I'll be the judge of that. It was an honest-to-God marriage proposal. I very much wanted to marry her. She's just a klutz, and I didn't trust her with the real thing. Okay. Well, listen, coming from a fellow klutz, as long as the ring stays on, it's been like a year and I still have mine. I also feel like in situations where, let's say go on vacation, you're worried about it getting stolen, you can get a faux engagement ring just to, show everybody I'm engaged or whatever, but it's not the expensive one,
More than you can afford, pal.
But I'll let you explain. I took her to Coachella for the second weekend and to propose. It was a great time, and she got to see, no doubt, who she loves, because her dad used to listen with her when she was a baby. Anyways, I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. She loved the ring. I had its size, but it was the brass and moissanite copy I had made so she would not lose or damage the real one at the concert. Okay, so you did get her a real one. You just didn't want to give her the real one at the concert.
That's correct.
She lost it and pretended not to. She said it was too tight and that she had to put it away until we got back to Phoenix. Oh, okay, so you were kind of low-key right, eh? When we got back, she asked me where I got the ring. I told her and she tried to replace it until they told her how much it cost. She came to my place crying to tell me she lost the ring and to beg my forgiveness. I told her right away it wasn't a big deal because I had the real one with me and we could go get it sized perfectly so she wouldn't lose it. My mistake because she frickin' lost it. Not the ring, I'm assuming her marbles. She went off on me for making her not enjoy the weekend because she was worried sick that she had lost her ring. Okay, but no, she lied to you about not losing the ring. And if she had just owned up to it, then you could have said,
oh, don't worry, I just got you a replica. I know you, I got you the real thing. It's just not here right now.
If she had told me she'd lost it, I would have told her the truth. There you go. Literally, there you go. That I didn't want to take any chances with her ring at that massive venue. She screamed at me that I was a complete a-hole to make her worry like that. No. She said a lot of stuff that I guess had been building for a while, and she said things she could not take back. I told her to get out. Oh, she asked for her real ring. Oh, the audacity. I said, nope, I'm not marrying someone who thinks this is the way to behave toward me. Okay, so no, wait, she wanted the ring even though you're not actually getting married, or she wanted the ring thinking you would still get married? What's happening? I told her she had to leave or I would get the security guys to get her out. She's only signed in as a guest, so it's not a big deal for me to get her out. I feel like I dodged a bullet, but I also feel kind of bad I didn't tell her at the concert that it was fake so she wouldn't worry. I mean, you could have. You definitely could have. I just feel like when do you work that into the conversation, I feel like her getting mad at you was super, super unnecessary. If anything, I would be oh my God, you know me so well. Thank God I'm marrying someone who knows me so well and has my back and knew that I would probably lose the ring in a situation like this. And as a backup plan, kept the real one. I would be honestly quite touched by that.
Aw, that's sweet.
Because yes, she did lose it, but on the other hand, he really knows his, not really fiance, but he knows her very, very well. My parents are wondering why we broke up and I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I don't know, that her reaction was very... I understand you kind of based on the title, I thought you meant that you got her a fake ring and then didn't own up to it. But you did get her the real ring. You just didn't give it to her because you thought she would lose it. And she did. She did lose it.
Oops, my bad.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like she's just honestly kind of gaslighting you a little bit. I don't really no, she's not a little bit. This is gaslighting, 100%. She's being very manipulative because she is the one that did something bad here. She lost the ring. Imagine if her carelessness led to you actually losing a ring that costs thousands of dollars. And then she somehow gets mad and blames you, finds a way of blaming you. No. No. Lol, I like how after she did all that, she asked you for the real ring. The audacity. The fact that she lied to you, was gonna go replace it without you knowing, and then getting mad at you for like making sure you had her back. This is some shady shit. I'm not a fan. I don't like this for you, babe. Get out! My dude, that's like a nuclear missile dodge. She lost the ring, lied about it, tried to double down on the lie by trying to replace it, then blamed you for her lies before running her stupid mouth, then asked for the real ring. That's laughable. She's 10 gallons of crazy in a 1 gallon bucket. The only ring she needs is a Nuva ring. What is a Nuva ring? Charlie, you're so dumb. Why do you always need to Google things? You know what? I'm curious and I'm doing my research. Oh, okay. We can't put that on YouTube. I'll let you Google what Nuva ring is. Okay, so there is a little update. It was a test and apparently I failed. She didn't lose the ring. I beg your finest pardon?
So it doesn't make sense.
'Cause what? She took it out to get it appraised and found out it was fake. I guess her plan was to get me to apologize, then rush out and replace it. What? When I told her I had the real ring safe and ready to go, she freaked out. I've spoken with friends and they all agree that people saying I shouldn't have picked a place she loves, an event she loves, and that we could return every year on the anniversary of our proposal are idiots.
Dumb.
Stupid.
People are mad about that? No, that actually makes a lot of sense. What do you mean? This is a very thoughtful proposal, like very thoughtful. I'm still happy I found out how mercurial, I also don't know what that word is. Let's find out. Let's do our research. A person subject to unpredictable changes of mood or mind. Okay, good word. I'm still happy I found out how mercurial, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, I've literally never seen that word before, she could be before we entered into a lifelong commitment. There's nothing else to update. Thanks for the advice and alternative views on my situation. Someone said, that seems shady. She's saying it was a test. I'm not buying it. Oh, I don't know. No, yeah. It seems a little weird, doesn't it? Like, did she actually show you the ring? But then even then, she could have literally gone out and bought the same replica. I don't know about that. That's a very strange, like, yeah, I don't know if I would buy that.
Nah, I suck at math.
So some people in the comments are like, yeah, you should have told her that it was a fake ring. Yeah, he could have. He could have. But like, I don't know. I don't really see how that caused the reaction that it did. And it certainly doesn't explain why she demanded the real ring after he broke up with her. Like that in and of itself is a red flag. I get not telling her in that moment because it would be kind of stupid to say, hey, I want to marry you. Here's a brass ring because you're a klutz. And a bit more empathetic to first have the nice moment and tell her that you didn't want to bring a very expensive ring to a chaotic festival site. But not telling her before she comes to you all worried, that's stupid and a-holy. Okay, I could see that. I could see that. So people are saying that he could have said it. He could have told her. But her reaction also kind of sucks. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah, anything sounds bad when you say it with that attitude.
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people in the comments are kind of saying they're both being a-holes. Could they have played it differently, both of them? Like, yeah, honestly. This might be an everyone sucks, honestly. Like, it might be.
Look at us. Couple of losers.
I feel like both people could have behaved differently. So, it might be an everyone sucks. And that's okay. Am I the a-hole for giving my ring back after my fiance made a comment to his guy friends regarding why we haven't gotten married? Besties, we got some more engagement drama for you right now. My fiance and I, both 30, have been together for 8 years and engaged for 4 years. Oh, that's a long time. We got engaged right before COVID really hit, and obviously that put a huge halt on any sort of planning. And then from there forward, life events halted it more. I became homeless, ended up pregnant and having our child, and now we're back on our feet, but not financially where we could be yet. Totally fair, totally fair. Back roughly 5 months ago-ish, I brought up my marriage and basically approached the idea of having a backyard wedding and a potluck. Basically going cheap because I didn't really care so much about the wedding price or whatever. I just wanted to wear a pretty dress and have all eyes on me and get married to the love of my life. I don't care about all the expensive bells and whistles.
All I need are some tasty waves, a cool buzz, and I'm fine.
When I brought it up, he told me that that wouldn't be a bad idea and we could probably try planning it for July 2025. But we haven't really talked about it since that point. Other shit came up. Here's the issue though. I smell drama. Back about a month ago, we were down to our neighbor's home, people who have grown to be really good friends since we moved here a year and a half ago. I was hanging out with the neighbor's wife and her best friend. My fiance was hanging out with a group of 3 to 4 guys having beers and working on vehicles. Well, One of the guys was there talking about his wife and said, once you get married, everything frickin' stops. Oh, that doesn't sound like someone who is happy.
You are a sad, strange little man.
I overheard in the middle of the conversation, so I have no idea what stops during marriage, but it was a negative comment irregardless. But anyways, my fiance starts laughing and goes,
That's why I've been dragging my feet on marriage.
okay. Like, I could see that being a joke, but like not a very funny one. And the guys laughed and said, don't do it, man. It's a trap. It really hurt me, but I figured it was just locker room talk and I tried my best to move on. Yeah, like, I don't really like that comment.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Like, I could see what your fiance said, like being a joke, but like it also kind of makes you wonder about like why it's taking so long for anything to get planned. I couldn't let it go. It sat in the back of my head. So a couple weeks ago, I brought up getting married again and just ran some ideas by him on simple things, like what he saw our wedding colors being. And he shut down a bit, saying something to the effect of, I think we need to weigh the pros and cons of being married first, and shut down the conversation.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
I feel like we should have weighed the pros and cons of being married before we were engaged. Instant plunge to my gut, honestly. So I walk outside to calm myself down, but I couldn't shake it. So I went back inside, calmly handed him my ring back, and asked him what he wanted for dinner. I didn't want to make a big deal, so there was no yelling, no crying, no nothing. I was calm and moved on. But he instantly asked me what I was doing and why I gave the ring back. So I mentioned his comment to his buddies about dragging his feet and now his comments about needing to wait and weighing the pros and cons before going through with anything. And I told him I don't want to wait, nor do I want to get my hopes up for a marriage he's clearly changed his mind about. So I'd rather he have the ring back and go into this without the sound of wedding bells in my head. Let's just move on, basically. We can still be together, but I don't want my hopes up. Oh, that's no, bestie. I don't like that. I don't like that you're like just like accepting that. If that's what you want, then that's what you deserve. And like you've been thinking about it for years and like, oh goodness. Well, he got extremely defensive, started saying, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, or you're being extreme for no reason. Am I the a-hole? I mean, it's like he's dangling the carrot in front of you. Like he knows this is what you really want. And like, he's just like not interested in seeing it through because why? Yeah. And you have like a kid together too, don't you? Oh God. Yeah. I don't know. This is super weird. I don't like this. I don't like it that he's like joking to his friends about like, I feel like it's something like intimacy related, the whole like,
Oh, everything stops. Oh, we don't get laid anymore.
it's like, okay, well, like,
Boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
takes two to tango, buddy. Like, but like, I really don't like that you're just willing to just accept it. Like, I feel like you have to be willing to like walk away because you deserve that and more. And it's not entirely up to him. Like, I just feel like he's the one calling all the shots here. And I don't like that.
Boy, that stinks.
You called him out, and apparently he's going to backtrack instead of double down. Don't fall for it. If you marry him, if he begged you to, theoretically, he'll just resent you for it. Honestly, people are so silly because having a baby together is way more of a commitment than a marriage. Literally. Like, I don't know. That's like a very, very good point. Like, they have a kid together. Oh, no. Like, you've been together for a very long time. You're basically married already. This is just something that you want. Like, you're not asking for the world. You just want to be able to celebrate and wear a pretty dress. Like, for f***ing sakes. Jesus. That's crazy to me. You've been together for 8 years. He's still afraid of verbally committing. This paperwork at a single party is the line in the sand for him. The law already considers you married anyway, so it can't be divorce settlements he's worried about. He just doesn't want the commitment of marriage. Ooh, yeah. Good for you for making it clear what the relationship is. And if you had the finances for it, I'd say just leave and co-parent because you deserve a partner who loves you enough to make that choice, not the a-hole. Yeah, that part. I'd really start to reconsider spending the rest of your life with him. I think you just lost respect for him, and don't be surprised if the love follows. I don't know, man. Like, if he, like, you are gonna start resenting him because he does not seem to be committed to you. And he's just dangling this carrot in front of your face.
I think I've broken something.
And, you know, not saying that he explicitly doesn't want to get married, but also not saying he does. Like, I really feel like deciding whether or not marriage is a good idea should have been something he decided on before you got engaged. But he's comfortable, honestly. Fuck. I found that it is impossible to love someone who you can't respect. I find it impossible to love someone who strings you along without telling you the truth about what they want. Yeah, he's really not like saying exactly like what it is. Like, what about this are you not interested in doing anymore? Because if that's the case, then like if you're not interested in getting married, then at least like be honest about why.
I want the truth!
Right? So that she can like decide whether or not she wants to be with him, but he doesn't want that. He wants her to stick around. Don't be surprised if you end up not liking him anymore and not wanting to spend your life with him. It's okay to move on if you hit that point. She hasn't hit it yet. I mean, she's still offering to like make him dinner and stuff. So I think that she deserves better. And like, I hate to say it, but you kind of like accepting that that's not what he wants and like you're just still willing to do all the wifey shit. Like I get that you're his partner and like you have a kid together, but like stand on business, OP. Come on now, you're not asking for the world. Like, I feel like you love him more than he loves you. You want to commit to him and he does not want to commit to you. So like, grow a metaphorical pair and stand up for yourself. Come on now. You can't do it! Anyways, you're not the a-hole, but like, let's go. You get what you think you deserve, okay? All right, we got one more engagement party story. Am I the a-hole for rudely shutting down another woman's comments about my engagement ring? We got a little variety in this video today. Hi all, I'm not usually a snarky person, so I'm feeling a bit bad about this. Could use your opinions. This took place a bit over a month ago. Last month, I, 23 female, was at my friend's bachelorette weekend. Our weddings were very close together. Hers was only a couple weeks before mine. Of the 6 women who were at the bachelorette weekend, 1 of us was single, 4 of us were engaged, and the 6th was in a long-term relationship. Throughout the weekend, I was intentionally making sure not to comment on my engagement or upcoming wedding. I wanted the trip to be all about the bride. The only exception was when the bride herself asked me about my engagement ring. I told her that the ring, which is very simple with a gold band and 0.25 carat diamond, was actually from my grandmother. She had removed the original diamond but left the ring and its setting, which she gave to my fiancé. He then bought a new diamond and had it placed in the setting. The bride and all the other women commented on how sweet it was and that I had my grandmother's ring, except for one, Brittany.
It's Brittany.
Brittany looked at my ring and said that it was far too small for her taste. This is like something about like getting married and getting engaged that is just like so strange because like you don't have to like everything that a bride has, like the dress, the wedding, the ring, like you don't have to like it, but you also don't have to say anything. It's not yours.
Shut up.
Like that's literally none of your business. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. And like furthermore, some people want the heirlooms, you know? Some people want the meaning behind the ring and not like the massive rock. For some people that carries a lot more sentiment.
Aw, that's sweet.
And that is her choice. That is the bride's choice. It is literally none of your business. So if you have nothing nice to say, like, this is why like I'm kind of worried about like, you know, getting married and like the dress, right? Like I see like these influencer weddings sometimes and the dresses that they choose and how people are just like, well, I don't like that dress. I don't like that dress. Okay, it's not your dress. Like it's literally not your dress.
Shut up!
It's specific to the person who's wearing it. Same thing with the ring. Brittany then started talking about how she would never accept an old secondhand ring and that she was shocked that I was willing to wear a hand-me-down piece of jewelry. I'm sorry, do we not get the concept of like family heirlooms? Like what the fuck, Brittany? This is someone who is marrying for money. Is Brittany engaged? Like I feel like she's like the one person that is not engaged. Am I correct about that? I am. Okay. At first, I laughed it off and said that I was actually really touched that my grandmother had given it to me. But she rolled her eyes and responded,
That's great for you, but I'll make sure my man has to pick out and pay for the ring himself.
Okay, where's your man then? I feel like it's a representation of how much he values me, you know? I feel like a ring is a representation of whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be something where it's like, this is a representation of value, then that's your choice, okay? That's her choice. If you want it to be a family heirloom and you want to pay homage to women that came before you, and you want to think about those women every time you look down at your ring, that is your choice. And please do not project your choices onto other people and say that they're better than others. Like, It's just so, like, it's so dumb. Like, you really don't get the concept, do you? So this really rubbed me the wrong way, and this is where I might be the a-hole. Brittany was the one single woman there. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. And I'm not saying that to be bitchy. I am a little bit. I am a little bit, because it's like, I wouldn't feel the need to be bitchy if someone wasn't bitchy in the first place, you know? Like, I'm always of the opinion that you should never throw stones if you're living in a glass house. Like, just keep that shit to yourself. When you're pointing a finger, you got 3 more pointed back at you, and it tells a lot more about you than it does about the person you're pointing a finger at. Don't dish it if you can't take it. Brittany was the one single woman there, so I didn't know why she was being so hostile about my ring. Because you have a ring and she doesn't. I responded, oh, that's okay. You won't have to worry about that for a while. Is that it? Brittany looked upset and then left to go get some snacks without returning to the group for a while. Most of the women didn't seem to think anything of what I said, but one of them, a close friend of Brittany, pulled me aside later and said that I shouldn't have made Brittany feel like even more of an outsider with my comment. Okay, so what about the comment where you basically accused not only you of having bad taste in engagement rings, but also shitting on your fiance for what he gave you, and like, you're kind of inadvertently saying that he doesn't think much of you because that's what he gave you.
That was not very nice.
What she said was so like, it was so much more than what you said. And she only took it the way she took it because you're kind of right. She thinks I should have been more sensitive to her being the only one there who wasn't in a relationship. So am I the a-hole?
Oh, that's okay. You won't have to worry about that for a while.
That's just a fact. She isn't going to have to worry about that for a while because she's not in a relationship. This hurt her feelings because that's what this is really about.
It's science.
Are you the a-hole? I mean, I honestly don't even think that what you said was that rude. She just took it wrong because she's very insecure. Like, you could have said something else. You could have said, like, so elaborate on that. Like, what do you mean by that? This is one that, like, actually my mother-in-law told me. She's like, as soon as someone says something, like, mildly disrespectful, you make them, like, explain it. It's even better if you make them explain it in front of other people because then they'll get embarrassed, right? Because there's no way re-explaining it is going to make it sound better if what they're saying really is a dig at you. You could have said that, but like, I don't really feel like what you said was subjective. Like, I feel like what you said was like, okay, yeah, like, when you get engaged, you're in a relationship, you can worry about what you want then. I don't know. I don't think she's the a-hole at all. I think that was like the very, very bare minimum what you could have said to something that was like quite disrespectful, quite frankly.
Don't you ever talk that way to me.
Not the a-hole. She was putting you down and your ring from your grandmother. You shut her down real quick. She shouldn't dish it if she can't take it. There you go. Yeah, I felt like the whole thing was unnecessary, but I am and was worried that I should have been more sensitive since she was the only single person there, and I think she's insecure about that. I mean, but that's not your problem. Like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't really matter what you could have said in response to that. If someone is insecure, then like, they're gonna get offended regardless of what you say. I feel like you wouldn't have said what you said if she didn't give you a reason to say it. I suspect there's a reason she's single. Being single does not determine your worth. Okay, it does not mean that you're not like,
you weren't picked or whatever, or that you won't end up with somebody.
It doesn't mean that. Like, I was single for a very, very long time and I always thought there was something wrong with me. There kind of is, but
I've built a life on self-deprecation.
Like, it doesn't determine your worth. But when you are kind of like comparing with other people and thinking that you're better than other people for like the choices you would have made and stuff like that, like, you're just asking to get bitch slapped. Like, I'm just saying, you're asking for it. Like, just be nice and keep your opinions to yourself.
It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be really hard.
That's what she said.
Not the a-hole. Just because she's not in a relationship doesn't mean that she can tell people whatever she wants. Yeah, literally. Like, when did we decide that being single was like this, like, makes you a victim? It doesn't make you a victim. There's nothing wrong with being single. So tiptoeing around someone's feelings because they're single and insecure about that, like, I'm sorry, but that's stupid.
Daddy shouldn't waste his time.
Not the a-hole. I don't know who could manage not to be snarky when someone insults something so personal and it's such a sweet story. Like I said, it says more about her than it does about OP. She was trying to get a rise out of you. I wonder what her issue is. Something to do with insecurity, jealousy, obviously. Yeah, coming from someone who doesn't really have a ring to show off, like, I just feel like it's really unnecessary. How lovely to have a ring that comes with a story and not an ostentatious stone. OP responded, I appreciate it. Like I said, it's not really like me, but I was pretty hurt that she was being so rude for no reason. I don't know what her issue is either. I mean, you have a ring and she doesn't.
You better back off, girlfriend.
That's what her issue is. And it really is not that big of a deal unless you place so much importance on that like, like a very, very mild comeback or comment would hurt her feelings like that.
But you know who sucks most? You do.
So, were you the a-hole for shutting down another woman's comments about your engagement ring? No, you are not. You are not the a-hole. And quite frankly, I think we could all learn from this story. A woman's choice for what ring she wants, or what dress she wants, or the wedding she wants, or how she wants to have it, it's her choice. It's up to her. If you don't like it, don't do it. Don't get that ring. Don't wear that dress. Don't have that wedding. It's none of your business. Thank you for coming to my TED Talks. This is Kat.